Hello again. Welcome back to Conscious Reality. Listen, blessings, take a seat. Let's have a seat. Let's talk. I want to talk about something very important, something very simple, something very unique. When it comes to relationships and dating, we make some mistakes. I don't want to talk about all the mistakes that we make, but I want to talk about a simple one. When you first meet somebody. Now, I know if, we have heard this phrase, match my energy. But I don't want to talk about match my energy. I want to talk about match my efforts. When you first meet someone, one of the key things to do is to match their efforts. You got to match their efforts. See, some of you don't understand this, especially women. Here's the problem with women a lot of times. Here's the problem that you find. When a man pulls back, you push forward. See? A lot of times you want the same intensity of the relationship. You want the same intensity. You want the same vibe. So when he pulls back, to keep that same vibe, you push forward. And pushing forward, you begin to take over. You begin to take charge. When a woman begins to take charge, she doesn't feel sure of herself. She cannot feel sure of where she stands. She don't feel secure in the relationship because you are pushing forward. Naturally, when you push forward, it's because something is off. That means he's not chasing you anymore. He's not trying hard anymore. He's not keeping the same pace that he did when you first began. So you want the same pace. You want to make sure the relationship continues just the same as it was in the beginning. You already give him some booty. You already give him your time. You already said everything to him. You open up with all your life. So you can't let that go. You want to hold on. You want to make sure if he pulls back, you push forward. Listen, the key, especially when it comes to a man, the key is to match his effort. If you put it in too much and he's not, that means he probably don't want you. Let me explain this to you guys. Here's the secret of men and women. Men must be able to give to you to fall in love with you. Men must give. To fall in love with you, men have to give. He has to invest in you. If he doesn't invest in you or give to you, chances are he won't be in love with you. You won't be the one. And the woman has to be able to receive. The woman has to get. And if she can't get, she doesn't feel secure. She doesn't know where she stands. If she's the one giving and he's receiving, he can never love. It's very hard for a man to love when he is in the receiving mode because he changed roles. That becomes his feminine. When he becomes feminine, he can't love you like that. Because it's off. The vibration is off. It's not in harmony with life, with relationships. Just like you, when you are the one giving, you can never be sure. Is he with me because he likes my hand, not my heart? Because sometimes one of the curses of when you give too much too fast, people fall in love with your hands, not your heart. And a lot of times, especially when it comes to women, you give too much too fast, and they fall in love with your hands and not with your heart, and you have to always relive that. So listen. The key of keeping a relationship going in the beginning, the dating stages, is to match people's effort. If they're not trying hard, why are you trying hard? If they're not putting in effort, why are you trying so hard to put in effort? If they're not trying hard and giving you time and giving you energy and giving you affection, you shouldn't do it either. Because they show you exactly how they feel. See, a man will do to you exactly what he feels about you. A lot of times, his body language will speak. Because he ain't got to say the words. Because a lot of times I think women wants to hear a man say certain things because you think that's a man communication. That's not how a man communicate. You hear women all the time saying, you know what? My man need to communicate. I need a man who communicates. Every man communicates. Every one of us communicate in our way. It's your job to pay attention and listen to what they are telling you. Men don't communicate with this all the time. We communicate with our presence, our body language, our constant behavior, consistency or lack of consistency. We communicate with the way how we treat you, by the way how we speak about you, by the way how we engage in conversations or in certain behaviors with you. That's our communication. And if you lack the ability to define or to understand that, then you're going to always want to hear certain words that he's already telling you with his language, with his body language. With the way how he responds, with how he's there or not, his absence, his silence. It's up to you to figure out people and how they respond, how they speak, how they communicate. The key is to match somebody's effort. Listen, woman, You have to learn. When he's pushed back, understand. You have a choice. One of the things about men that women don't understand, that in the beginning stages, the reason why he comes hard so quickly, he comes fast or towards you so hard or so quickly, is because in the beginning stages, it's not him that's coming or he's speaking, it's his testosterone. A man, testosterone speaks before he speaks, especially if he is attracted to you. His testosterone, because he wants to experience you. When a man sees you and he's attracted to you, attraction is a sexual attraction. Meaning not that he just want to have sex with you, but he's drawn to you in that way. So when he speaks, it's his hormones speaking a lot of times. That's why if you give in too fast, if you give in too quickly, if you give him that testosterone too quickly, his testosterone drops back down because his curiosity has been fixed, quenched. And it goes down, and now he's seeing clearly. Right? He's seeing clearly. Now he's speaking to you as that's his real true self speaking. Because after he gets it, now the testosterone and his hormones go back down, and he sees you and he begins to speak to you like what he wants. If you give him that thing and you realize that he's not speaking much, and he disappears and he pulls back, understand his testosterone got the best of him. Not saying that he played you, he's a dog. Sometimes he didn't play you. You think it looks like he did, but his testosterone, his curiosity is fulfilled. Hormones speak. Just like how your hormones speak. His hormones speak too. It's just that I was speaking in a way that it just looks so destructive and angry and terrible. But I'm telling you, if you give in too quickly before his natural self takes over, his testosterone will be loud enough, and after he gets what he wants, understand, after that point, you got to look at the man. Pay attention. Match his energy. When you match, not match energy, match his effort. When you match his effort, when you don't go in that far, when you don't push too forward too quickly when he pull back, if you keep doing that, he lose interest. He knows that you ain't going, you give up your power base. Because a lot of these things, sad to say, a lot of these things that we do with dating is psychological. You think it's about love and you think it's about respect. It's a lot to do with psychology. Like, for instance, people want what they can't have. For instance, the one that you don't want, the ones that don't talk to you and approach you is the ones that you are curious about. It's just psychology. A lot of times, what we do is based on psychology, is what drives us to do certain things, to attract certain things, to want certain things. It's psychology. And I think that to many people sounds so crazy. So you're saying psychology is not love. No, it's not love. Love is all over the place. But some things make us act differently. Psychology. Like, for instance, if you tell a man that you don't want him no more, he tries harder. It's not just a man. Women do the same thing too. If you tell a woman, listen, you've been distant, I don't want you no more, I found somebody else, her ego can't take it. So it's drive her to do certain things. Because psychology, you're playing with it's not playing, but it's how your mind works. Psychology, we are all driven by psychology. A huge percentage of what we do is based on psychology. I'm giving you a psychology of when in the beginning stages of a relationship. Match people's efforts. Stop doing more than they are doing. I'm talking about at the beginning, before we are in a relationship, when we are dating. Now, sometimes when you get to the relationship, now sometimes people fall out, fall back, people drift off, and you kind sometimes put that 100%, 200% to get them back online. Marriages, sometimes people get sick, they fall, they don't feel good, they feel distant, they feel lonely, depressed. Sometimes you got to make up for it. But in the beginning stages, don't force anything. Don't force anything. Match people's effort. You see exactly what they feel. You see exactly what they want. You see exactly what they are doing. Because sometimes when you push forward, when they back off, you don't know what they want. They probably want to be finished, but you trying so hard, you're blinded by your desires. So again, match people's effort. Match his effort. Put your feelings to the side. Don't be insecure about it. If he changes his mind, he has the right to change his mind. He has the right to stop. But if you're gonna stop and start, then that's you. You are allowing that. Don't allow that. I'm just saying, match a man's effort, not his energy.